to other stories now. The People's Democratic Party in Ogun State has described as misleading and untruthful the media reports that Segun Showunmi has been declared as the authentic governorship candidate of the party by the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja. The PDP says the matter before the court is not to determine the authentic candidate of the party, as that has been settled with the emergence of Ladi Adebutu as the party's flag bearer in Ogun State. Well, Showunmi's lawyers had on Monday claimed that a Court of Appeal judgment declared him as the authentic candidate of the PDP in Ogun State. All right, for more on this, we're now joined virtually from Abeokuta by the Secretary of the People's Democratic Party in Ogun State, Dr. Sunday Solarin. Thank you very much for joining us. The basic question is, who exactly is the authentic candidate of the PDP in Ogun State right now?
Well, thank you very much. There's no controversy around who the gubernatorial candidate of PDP is in Ogun State. It is no other person than Honorable Dr. Oladipopo Olatunde Adebutu.
How can you confidently say that when you had parallel primaries, you had parallel events, leading to two candidates emerging, they are both claiming to be the candidates of your party in the PDP. So how can you confidently say that?
Well, as the secretary of the party, I am a custodian to facts and figures about what is happening in PDP in Ogun State. I'm quite aware that the party did not have parallel Congress. We had one Congress conducted, to elect the gubernatorial candidate of our party. And the atmosphere was characterized with requisite condition for the conduct of the exercise. So, and at the primary, Honorable Oladipopo Olatunde emerged as the candidate of the party, and his name has been so submitted to INEC, and it had been published. So there's no controversy around it. If there is any Congress known to the media or known to people who are not members of the party, as the secretary of the party, I have the authority to confirm to you that the primary produced one candidate, and that is Honorable Oladipopo Olatunde Adebutu.
When you say Adebutu is the authentic governorship candidate of the PDP in Ogun State, are you disregarding the ruling of the appeal court Abuja that actually ruled against Adebutu PDP and co, that says Showunmi is the authentic PDP candidate? What exactly is playing out? And when you even say you're secretary of the PDP, of one arm of the PDP, or what? Is your arm of the PDP recognized?
There's only one united, indivisible PDP in Ogun State, and the record has it that we only have one PDP under the leadership of Honorable Sikiru Olawale Ogundele. However, let me set the record straight. The Court of Appeal in Abuja did not award, a gubernatorial ticket to any other person, and the matter before the court was not even around who the candidate of the party should be. So apparently the Honorable Segun Showunmi appealed to Court of Appeal, challenging the outcome of the lower court, saying that for his case to have been struck out at the lower court, he wanted the court to determine three basic issues. And one of the issues is whether the matter was actually a pre-election matter. And the court says that it lacks jurisdiction. In fact, the appellate court held that the court lacked jurisdiction to intervene in the internal affair of political party. And therefore, it was held that the lower court was right to have said that they have to wash their hands of whatever that is classified as internal affair of political party. So I am yet to be aware of where this misleading information, where this mischief is coming from. It is total mischief and outright falsehood that Segun Showunmi was declared. I'm sure he wouldn't even say that by himself. And today he had even a radio interview in which he could not boldly lay claim to victory from Court of Appeal.
Right, but one of his claims, that is Segun Showmi's claims before the court, he actually says that the PDP in Ogun State purchased a governorship form for Ladi Adebutu, you know, a sign of bias on the part of the PDP. Did the PDP actually purchase a form for Ladi Adebutu?
Well, the court also held that the issue of the issue of set of people buying form for one candidate or not is not even, is not even a matter that should be brought to the court, because there's nowhere in the constitution of the party where it was written that it's a forbidden act for anybody or group of people who are members of the party to purchase or procure form for any aspirant. So in any case, the burden of proof lies with Segun Showmi to actually come out and prove that the executive of the party bought form for one of the candidates, and that same treatment was not actually given to him. So it is him that should go and prove that. But however, the court had ruled that it is purely an internal affair, and whatever we like within the party, we can do it.
When you say you have one indivisible PDP in Ogun State, isn't that laughable? Are you saying that the Segun Showmi camp are not members of the PDP because they are in court for a reason? They are not happy with the decision of the party. And this was prior to even the primaries in the PDP. In fact, the internal crisis in the PDP in Ogun State can be traced back to 2008, where you had 3 factional chairmen. So when you say you have one indivisible PDP in Ogun State, what exactly are you saying?
The structure of the party is one. The Segun Showmi and his co-travelers are agreed does not divide the party. They are still members of the party until we found them to have engaged in activities that can bring disrepute to the party, like the one we are currently debating. Because some of the things they are doing now is like dragging the image of the party in the mud and trying to portray the party as being divided, or perhaps as a party that is not disciplined or united. And this is an infraction on the provision of the constitution of the party. But however, whether we will continue to tolerate this act of indiscipline or not will be subjected to proper review by appropriate organ of the party. But I can tell you the structure of the party is under one leadership, and that is Honorable Sikrulai Olawale Ogundele. So the party is not divided along structural line.
Is there any political solution in sight? Are you reaching out to this faction to even get out of court? We've seen this happen even in Ogun State, where your party just won the election. Are you trying to repeat or replay what happened in Ogun in Ogun State, for example? Some sort of rapprochement?
Well, there are lots of aspirants in the party, and few of them emerge as candidates. And naturally, you want to believe that all other aspirants who could not make it up to being the candidate of the party will be aggrieved one way or the other. And we have been, exploring the internal mechanism within the party to resolve all of this. Immediately after the primary, we had meetings with all aspirants and the candidates who emerged. And at the end of the meeting, candidates hug all other aspirants and we resolve it. Yes, not all of them, were able to fetch at that meeting. Few of them, still displaying sense of grievance. But of course, it is not a one-stop effort. We will continue to reach out to ourselves. And I can tell you that if Chief Segun Showmi can continue to change its way by conforming with the rules of the party, definitely, hands of fellowship will also be extended to him. We have also been talking to him, but of course, the party will continue to frown at any action on his part that will continue to bring the party to disrepute, because we are poised to win the next election, and reflection of disunity within the party will not be tolerated, because we know it will definitely affect our chances of winning election in 2023.
And I wonder what measures you'll be taking against Segun Showmi if you find him to be working against the interest of the party.
Well, the constitution is quite explicit on how to handle situations like that. But of course, we are not going to make it the first option. We'll still continue to see if he's going to, of course, conform with the rules of the game and the provision of the constitution. And if he remain deviant, definitely organs of the party will look at his action and, do proper moral audit if he can be punished or perhaps rehabilitated.
All right. Moral audit. Dr. Sunday Solarin is the Secretary of the People's Democratic Party in Ogun State. Thank you so much for being on the news tonight.